What's up, YouTubers? I don't have any packs or boxes today. I'm doing a review of some of the small box sets that were readily available in the mid-'80s into the early '90s, back when they just overproduced and mass-produced pretty much everything. Anything they could stick a player's picture on, they did. The most famous ones of these I remember as a kid, and the ones that I had, were the Toys R Us rookies, which were obviously available at Toys R Us, and they made them for, I think, 5 years, 87 to 90 or 91. I remember having those, but these were always fun to buy back in the day because you were guaranteed to get the superstars that you wanted. So when I did find these, I usually tried to beg my parents to buy them for me. They were usually about $3 or $4, and surprisingly, that's pretty much what I paid for these. I got all three of these sets for $9, free shipping. We've got the 1987 limited edition Fleer Baseball Superstars with 6 logo stickers inside, and the seller told me that these were never opened, although that box looks pretty damaged, although it's got 32 years worth of possible damage to it. And then I've got a box of 87 limited edition Fleer Award winners. That's still sealed, so I know that one's never been opened. They do have a complete checklist on the back, which I didn't even look at because I didn't want to be spoiled about who I was going to be pulling, and to get some off-the-cuff, on-the-moment commentary from myself. I also have a box of Kmart memorable moments. This one's by Topps, so I also get a stick of gum rather than the logo stickers from the Fleer. And I don't know what year this is. I took a glance at it. Like I said, I didn't look too hard at the checklist on the back because I didn't want to spoil the pulls. But I don't know what year that set came out. Obviously, both of these are from 1987 because they say so right on the box. So anyway, let's get right into this. I did like buying these as a kid because you were guaranteed to get your superstars. You get, most of these from 86 on had the players that I liked: Jose Canseco, Mark McGwire, Will Clark, George Brett, and so on. Nolan Ryan, Mike Schmidt, the list goes on and on. So let's go ahead and get right into this. It does look freshly sealed from back in 1987. Empty box. There's our stickers on top. We got the Mets and Brewers stickers. The old cup looking sticker, Toronto Blue Jays. Cardinals and Angels. Big Angels cup sticker. Dodgers and Red Sox. And my favorite logo from Major League, Chief Wahoo. Alright. Limited edition 1987. These aren't that limited because these are still readily available and sell for less than what they retailed for back in 1987. So let's get right into these. We'll see which Hall of Fame cards we get. First, we got Teddy Higuera, who was a 20-game winner, I think, back in the mid-'80s for the Brewers. Kent Hrbek for the Twins, back when he was skinny. There's my first Hall of Famer, Tony Gwynn, rest in peace. Keith Hernandez, perennial Gold Glove winner for the Mets and Cardinals before that. Kirk Gibson, owner of the most famous World Series home run. Doc Cocaine Gooden. Julio Franco. Steve Garvey, and it looks like John Kruk there, greeting him at home plate. Maybe? Did Kruk and Garvey's careers overlap? I think they did, 87. Len Dykstra, nails. Now he's in the pen, getting nailed. I think I've used that joke before, but it's still funny to me. John Franco. Glenn Davis, obviously that's at an all-star game because we have Ryan Sandberg, Keith Hernandez, and the shoulder of an unknown Met. We're going to go ahead and say that's Gary Carter. Mike Davis. I actually ran into Mike Davis in Arizona when I lived there. I was at a movie theater near Phoenix, and I saw Mike Davis, and I said to my wife, I think that's Mike Davis. I think he used to play baseball. Well, I don't think he used to play baseball. I know he used to play baseball for the A's and Dodgers. And so I walked up to him and I said, "Mike Davis?" And he turned around and goes, "Yeah." And he shook my hand, and I talked to him for a few minutes. A really cool guy. It was really nice. We got asked to introduce to my wife and everything. So Mike Davis, a really good guy. It was really nice to chat with him. I talked to him about the Game 1 of the '88 World Series when Gibson hit the home run, because he was on base when that happened. So pretty cool, though. Roger Clemens. Vince Coleman, when he's not stealing bases, he's throwing firecrackers at the fans. Joe Carter, Another famous World Series home run. Will Clark, that would have been one of my favorites to pull back in '87. Followed by George Brett, another one of my favorites. And Jose Canseco, they're all in a row here. Steve Bedrosian, his son plays in the bigs now. George, don't call me Jorge Bell. Floyd Bannister. Marty Barrett, he had an interesting tweak or twitch when he would bat. He would fling his bat forward like 7 times every time he'd cock it, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 every at bat. I'm sure pitchers loved waiting for him to do that every at bat. Todd Worrell had the rookie saves record back in '87. He had like 36 saves. Robin Yount, looks like he just smelled a Paul Molitor fart or something in the dugout there. Another Hall of Famer there. Gary Ward. Whoop. Dropped my Dave Winfield. That's a nice looking card. Another Hall of Famer there. Lee Smith, Hall of Fame. Lonnie Smith. Mike Schmidt, Hall of Famer, one of my favorite players from the '80s. Best third baseman of all time. Mike Scott. Jim Rice, Hall of Fame. Pete Rose, should be, but not. Back when guys would play first base and manage at the same time. Jim Presley. I saw his 100th career home run live way back in the day. Jeff Reardon. Eddie Murray, switch hitting Hall of Famer. Tony Jalapena. Nice yellow Pirates hats. Lloyd Mosby with Jim Clancy right there, I think. Dale Murphy, sporting the no batting gloves. Should be in the Hall of Fame, but he's not. Odie B. McDowell. Jack Morris, another Hall of Famer. Mike Marshall. Don Mattingly. He'll get in eventually. I think the Tony La Russa led poll voters will vote him in. If Harold Baines is in, I think Don Mattingly will be a shoe-in. Wally Joyner, he was the man back in '86, '87. And Mike Krukow, who probably has this because he won 20 games that year. 20-9 with a 3.05 ERA. So, but you see what I'm talking about out of that. I mean, you get a nice stack of stars and Hall of Famers out of those boxes. So that's why these were always fun to buy when I was a kid here. Let's get into this Kmart one here and see what we get. I don't know what year it is. Still looks like they were just put in that box the other day. I am supposed to get a stick of gum in here. I don't see any gum. That's because it's permanently embedded to the back of my Todd Worrell card. Look at the coloring on that. Oh, my word. Oh, yeah. Oh, I think it pulled a little bit of my chunks off of my Todd Worrell card, but that's all right. Look at that thing. I should do a video of me eating that. That feels like cardboard. All right. Memorable moments. Let's see. George Brett. And these are memorable moments of the '80s. Wallop's 4 home runs in October to tie the big league mark. These are nice and super glossy. Super gloss photo cards. Will Clark. Memorable moments of the '80s. I'm guessing it's hitting a home run off Nolan Ryan in his first at bat. Clark becomes 53rd player to belt home run in initial try. Home run off off Nolan Ryan in his first big league game. First big league at bat. Rickey Henderson. Memorable moments. Probably has a whole bunch. Led off games with home runs. Stole a whole bunch of bases. Becomes the youngest player to reach 700 stolen bases. Nobody even steals 500 in their careers nowadays. Dave Righetti. 46 saves in '87, I'm guessing. Big league save standard shattered. 45 saves was the old marks by Dan Quisenberry, and he shattered it with 46. Beating it by 1's not shattering it in my book. Mike Schmidt becomes baseball's all-time home run leader from third baseman. Who did he beat? The old mark, Eddie Matthews. Andre the Hawk Dawson, another Hall of Famer. I'm not going to flip over all these. I would love to, but for the sake of not having a hour-long video. Darryl Strawberry. I think his memorable moment was the most straws used to snort cocaine. Strawman shows versatility with entrance into the 30-30 club. 30 home runs and 30 lines of coke snorted in the 1987 season. So, good job, Strawberry. Paul Molitor, when he's not ripping farts in the dugout and making Robin Yount smell them. He was having a 39-game hitting streak. Yep, in 1987. Dang, I'm good. 1987 is one of my favorite years of baseball because it's the first year I started getting into it. So I know a lot about it because I read a lot about it, and I collected pretty much everything in '87. Although I don't remember these cards. I've seen them before, but I didn't have this set. So Dwight Gooden, Another Coke user. Fernando Valenzuela hurls 41 1/3 scoreless innings without allowing an earned run. Mike Scott, when he wasn't junking up the ball, securing a West crown via no-hitter by Mike Scott. Dale Murphy, put him in the Hall of Fame, come on. Nolan Ryan. Vince Coleman. Keith Hernandez. It's pretty much a spot-on checklist from the previous box, isn't it? Pete Rose. Tony Gwynn. Rick Sutcliffe. Jose Canseco, obviously taken in spring training. Benny Santiago, he had a 37-game hitting streak his rookie year. 34-game hitting streak sets the rookie standard. I was off by 3 games. Wade Boggs, sporting the beard back in '87. I think he had a consecutive 200-hit seasons, maybe. Wade Boggs achieves 200 hits for a 5th consecutive season. Robin Yount, not grimacing from Paul Molitor's fart on that picture. McGuire, obviously from 49 home runs for his rookie year. Shatters the rookie record with 49 round trippers, breaking the mark previous of 38 by Wally Berger and Frank Robinson, since been broken by Aaron Judge. Roger Clemens, 20 Ks in a game. Throws smoke past 20 befuddled batsmen in 1986. Struck out 20 Mariners. Probably not a loaded lineup back in '86 for the Mariners. Pedro Guerrero, I don't know what his moment was. I'm not going to look because I don't care. George Bell. Kevin Seitzer, 207 hits as a rookie. Seitzer collects 207 hits in his freshman season. Tim Rock Raines. Cal Ripken, consecutive games played, I'm guessing. Jack Clark. Ozzie Smith, another Hall of Famer there. Don Mattingly, and my gum-stained Todd Worrell card there. All right. So, got a nice stack of star cards. Usually you saw these at card shows when you would go to them. The sellers would bust these boxes and sell all the star cards for $1 or so a piece. So you sell a handful of those, you've already made your profit. So, all right. Award winners from 1987, still sealed, never opened, limited edition. I wonder what the criteria is for being limited, for you to actually put that on a box. Because these are not limited, and they're still readily available. And like I said, I'm paying less than what they retailed for back in '87. That one doesn't have any damage to the box. Maybe I should keep it in Gem Mint 10 condition. Pull out our fat stack there with more stickers. Not much design to change. Actually, they're the same stickers from the other '87 set. We got the Brewers, A's and Cubs, Yankees, Rangers and Phils, Twins, and old Orioles logo and the Expos. Obviously, they don't exist anymore. So award winners. So these are going to be the win all the end season awards, maybe Gold Gloves, Player of the Month kind of dealio. Todd Worrell, Rookie of the Year. Pitcher of the Month, Mike Witt with the Angels. I think he threw a no-hitter on like the last day of the season. Fielding Award, Frank White. Sports Writers Fielding Award. I don't even know if that still exists. Triples Champ for '86, Mike Webster. That's interesting. Triples Champ. Fielding Award. I'm assuming that's Gold Glove. I don't know why they're calling it Sports Writers Fielding Award. Was it not called Gold Gloves back in '86? I don't know. Rookie of the Year, or Sports Publication Rookie Award to Robbie Thompson, the Giants. Ozzie Smith, Fielding Award. Mike Scott, Cy Young winner. Mike Schmidt, MVP. Sports Writers Fielding Award to Ryne Sandberg, not Ryan Sandberg. Brett Saberhagen, Cy Young. Every other year he pitched well back in the day. Game-winning RBI is now a defunct stat, replaced by WAR and... well, that's pretty much it. Dave Righetti, Relief Pitcher of the Year. Rolaids Relief Pitcher of the Year back in the day. Player of the Month for July, Eric Davis. Player of the Month for April, Johnny Ray. Are you Johnny Ray? Old song from the early 90s. Kirby Puckett, the old baby blue Minnesota Wind Twins unis. Gary Pettis, Fielding Award. Lance Parrish, Sports Writers Batting Award, whatever that means. Maybe that's Silver Slugger nowadays. Dave Parker, Batting Award. Dale Murphy, Fielding Award. Roger McDowell, Mets Rookie Pitcher Award. Fielding Award to Don Mattingly. Pinch hitter of the year to Candy Maldonado. That's cool. Strikeout leader Mark Langston. MVP World Series 86 Ray Knight. That's cool. Shutout leader Bob Knepper. Never would have guessed Bob Knepper led the league in shutouts. Fielding award Tony Gwynn. Pitcher of the month Bill Gullickson. Rookie of the year Ozzie Guillen. What a sad year for rookies of the year. Ozzie Guillen and Todd Worrell. Neither of those guys lasted very long. Ron Guidry Fielding Award. That might have been his last year. Pitcher of the month Dwight Gooden. Cardinals Comeback Player of the Year Bob Forsch. I don't know why only the Cardinals can have a Comeback Player of the Year. It says Cardinal Comeback Player of the Year. Player of the month Scott Fletcher. Must have been a pretty weak month of July. Tony Fernandez Fielding Award. He was pretty slick with the glove back in the day. 2,000 hits in 86 Cecil Cooper. Cy Young Award and MVP Roger Clemens. I didn't know he won the MVP that year too. Guess I'm not as versed on 87 as I thought I was. Or actually, this is 86 season. American League RBI champ Joe Carter. He had 121 RBIs that year, I believe. Gary Carter, National League game-winning RBIs. Rookie of the Year, Jose Canseco, 86. Wait, I thought it said Ozzie Guillen. One Rookie of the Year. Oh well, I'm not trying to figure these out. John Candelaria, Comeback Player of the Year. Bob Boone, Fielding Award. 3,000 strikeouts in 86. Burt Blyleven. American League game-winning RBIs, George Bell, and American League Championship Series MVP, Marty Barrett. All right, yeah, both these sets are from 86 season. They're the 87 sets, but there's my little rundown of those. I did get a nice stack of superstar Hall of Fame players there, and there's my stack of guys that are going to go in my common box. So not bad, but pretty interesting and fun to open up these old sets from back in the day. I remember them fondly. Had a few of them, but I hope you enjoyed it. And maybe I'll chew that on one of my next videos. Down it with some beet juice or something. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.